Gamers, today is a new day. It's a new patch. There's a lot of stuff for us to see. Now, this is not a massive patch where, we get at the end of the season, but this is like the mid-season patch. So let's get into it. Our Enchanter Group event comes to a close. I haven't played one game on it. We hope you had an enchanting time. I did. In this patch, we listened to your feedback and reverted the resource gathering boost, which was added to the hardest AI. Instead, we have added multiple additional levels of AI difficulty beyond the hardest settings, making use of the boosted resource gathering in those difficulties. We can't wait to hear your feedback on the new AI difficulty levels. There are also improvements to in-game balance, yada yada. By the way, I'm still sick, so if I cough or anything, that's why. Now, this is something that I have said immediately. When they introduced the new AI with bonus resources, people were molding and they were like, we want the old AI back and yada yada. And I was like, just keep both, Don't remove one or the other. I think the bonus resource AI is fun, but we don't want one or the other. We want both. And I'm very glad there are 3 new AIs added. So you have now easy AI, medium AI, or intermediate, whatever it's called. Let's skip through that shit and let's get into this. Yeah, right here. So you have easy, intermediate, hard, hardest. So this hardest AI is the old hardest that did not have bonus resources, just so you guys know. This AI has 20% bonus resources, outrageous has 50% bonus resources, and absurd AI has 100% bonus resources, which is last patch hardest AI. So when hardest AI was cheating and had double the resources, that's absurd AI now, and the hardest AI is the old AI that has no bonuses. 3 difficulty levels, that's what I talk about here. We believe these changes provide a better range of opportunities based on the amount of challenges you're seeking. This will provide new ways of playing with and against the AI, allowing for more varied battles and even more fun. And I think this is good. I think hardest AI is pretty easy, to be fair. I think absurd AI is it's too hard for your casual players, or to be fair, even like platinum or diamond players, it's too hard. So I think the sweet spot for people that want to maybe play against AIs and improve and then go ranked, I think will be like ridiculous level, where it's like it gains a little bit more resources. It's not as good as normal players, but it's gonna, by having more resources, it's gonna provide you a little bit of a little bit of challenge. And I think that's great. I'm very happy they didn't just remove the cheating AI, but they actually just added 3 new ones. So very nice. Age Insider rewards, okay. General changes and bug fixes. Fishing boats will now always return to the nearest dock. Yay! This used to be a thing, and then they made it like that, and then a patch broke it again. So now it's fixed again. Cancel buildings blueprints no longer block future placements. Very nice. Added additional HUD or HUD feedback when building limits have been reached for certain buildings, for example, Ottoman's military school. Fixed an issue to ensure units only display weapons that are currently available to them. Upgraded weapons are shown when upgraded. The basic version is hidden after upgrading. Okay, that's cool. It's gonna make it a little bit more clear. Fixed issue where some cheats not intended for... Okay, no one cares. Fix a map, no one cares. Fixed an issue with training, no one cares. Alright, balance changes. Okay, this is... Let's be honest, this is why we're here. Before we get started, some of these changes I agree with. Some of these changes I do not. So let's get into it. Trader income reduced 10%. It's not about not being enough. This is not the problem with trade. I've talked about trade so much, and the problem with trade isn't how much gold it's giving. The problem, I mean, sure, if you nerfed it by 50%, it's fixed. But the problem with trade is forcing certain type of gameplay and it being very easy to defend on a lot of the maps. That's the real issue with trade. Nerfing resource gain can work, but you need to nerf it a lot more. So it's a nerf, I'll take it, but Yeah. This balance change is a stepping stone on our way to bigger changes to the trade system. Thank you for everyone for all the feedback and discussion of the topic. We're listening and have future plans for additional improvements. Okay, so it's like a little band-aid fix until they do something more, I guess. Trebuchet. Now this might come as a weird change for a lot of you, like kind of like out of nowhere. Counterweight Trebuchet. Cost reduced from 500 wood 250 gold to 400 wood 150 gold. Health reduced, damage reduced, bonus damage versus buildings reduced. Build time reduced from 35 to 30. Mongol traction Trebuchet. Basically they get the same treatment, they're cheaper, they do less damage, and yada yada. Now, I actually like this. The reason why I like it is because once a keep goes down, it pauses the game for quite a bit. And I know what a lot of people make you believe, that I'm this lunatic obsessed with stone walls and keeps, and I just want to camp in my base. But considering I just won a tournament, a big tournament, without making a single stone wall or keep in the semifinals and the finals, I would say that's not true. And people are just, for some reason, obsessed with making me like the keep stonewall guy. So for some of you, this might come as a shocker what I'm about to say, but I like this change. The reason why I like it is because keeps pause the game for a little bit, and then you gotta make a siege workshop, and then you gotta make a trebuchet. And then that trebuchet is 500 wood, 250 gold, which is basically how much a keep is, right? Keep is 800 stone. So it's 750 resources, keep is 800. So you basically need the same amount of resources, not to kill it, to start damaging it. Because you don't kill a keep instantly, you damage it, and it gets repaired and you damage it. So what this will allow is not to necessarily overpower the keep like instantly. It's just gonna make it easier for you to start working on the keep, right? Which I think is a good change. The damage gets reduced, but it's not about the damage. It's about speeding up that process of pausing the game. So I like this change. I think it's a good change. So thumbs up. Now the worry for this, you know, obviously I gotta play both sides. The worry for this is the English trebuchets. The English trebuchets have AoE damage, so now English is gonna be able to mass trebuchets easier. So that's the worry part, but in general, this is a good change. Canon emplacement upgrade, cost increased from 75 gold, 300 stone to 125 gold and 300 stone. 375 stone, sorry. A lot of top pro players have been complaining a lot about the bombard emplacements. And while I understand a lot of molding, this is one where I personally just don't get. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't get it. I have been a big fan of HRE bombard tower spam, for sure. I've used that. It's one of my strategies. But I even tried to think about this when I saw this change, and I was like, I don't ever think I lost a game because the opponent made bombard towers and I was unable to kill them. Like, if they have bombard towers, you should have bombards or trebuchets. So what's the issue? The only issue is if you're running into bombard towers with units, or if the opponent has too many bombard towers. But if the opponent has too many bombard towers everywhere, you probably lost the game already. That's like saying the keeps are too strong and then opponent has 45 keeps. Maybe you lost the game before the 45 keep part. You know? So for me personally, I know this change was made because of the amount of top pro players complaining about bombard towers or cannon emplacement, right? I just don't get it. I haven't had a single game where I was struggling against cannon emplacement towers. But I mean, yeah, even Rams fucking destroy them these days. So I mean, sure, it is what it is, right? I just don't think it's a problem. That's it. But it is what it is. All right, next one. Abbasid Dynasty. Now, remember earlier Twitch chat, I made the joke, you know, they buffed Abbasid trade, and I was like, yeah, that'd be crazy, right? Well, actually, they did buff Abbasid trade, so, yeah. House of Wisdom, trade wing, provides 3/4/5 traders, depending on what age the wing is selected. Now, this isn't a game-breaking thing, but it is a buff. The problem with trading is specifically in feudal, so this 3 mark still remains. I don't think it's like, oh my god, now you get 1 more trader in castle. It's like, it's whatever, you know. Or getting, 2 more traders in imperial, it's whatever. It's not a big deal. What I would have liked to see for Abbasid's trade, I think Abbasid trade is probably the strongest trade in the game, by the way. It's better trade than Mongol, in my opinion. What I would like to see Abbasid trade nerfed is when you go trade wing, you don't spawn 3 traders. You build them for free from your House of Wisdom, like French do. So French doesn't just get the traders, they come out of the landmark. I think same should be done for Abbasid. Military wing provides additional another archer in the feudal age for a total of 2 spearmen and 2 archer. This was an interesting one. I do think that military wing is probably the least picked one, but this is a massive buff, and I know it might not seem like a lot, but you went from 3 to 4 units. Percentage wise, that's massive, right? Now, I'm not sure what kind of implications or what kind of results this will have. Like, I don't know if this kind of opens for any other timings or something. I don't think it does. But it does make military wing a bit better, because pushing with like 2 spearmen, 1 archer is like, eh. But 2 spearmen, 2 archer, you can out micro a lot of stuff there. And, you know, 2 archers are a lot better than 1 archer. 2 archers can do some serious damage on the other side of the map. So, I mean, it's a buff. I would say military wing probably needed it for feudal age. So it's nothing game breaking, but I think Abbasid trade is incredibly strong, but I don't think other Abbasid wings are that strong. So I do think Abbasid maybe needs some love, a little bit, and this is a little bit. Culture wing, preservation of knowledge cost reduced from 50 wood, 125 gold to 25 wood and 75 gold. And this is in line with the other House of Wisdom upgrades. Why is this done? I am assuming that their stats are showing that the players are not doing too many culture wings, so they're just buffing it because of it. Chinese. Fixed the bug where Chinese palisade walls were not being built 50% faster than other civilizations. We love bugs. Delhi Sultanate. Fishing ships are no longer selected with military selection hotkeys. I don't use those, so, but it's nice. Compounded Defender landmark. Discount on stone for buildings and emplacements reduced from 25% to 20%. So compound has received a nerf. Village fortresses technology research time increased from 5 to 6 minutes. Another nerf. When using Seek Shelter as the Delhi Sultanate, villagers will no longer stand idle next to houses before researching the reinforced foundation technology. Fixed bug, love it. Now, what does this mean? Let me just crunch down these numbers for you. You always build Compounded Defender, and after this patch, House of Learning will still remain completely and utterly irrelevant. You will still go Compounded Defender every single game because it's way better. And that's it. This is a nerf. Even this version of the landmark is way better than House of Learning. It's not even close. It's not even comparable. They're like, let me just explain how not comparable it is. Right now, the biggest upgrade in House of Learning is your knights or lancers and men-at-arms getting +3 damage. If that upgrade was plus 6 damage, I would still go for this landmark. Because this has way more value than House of Learning. So that House of Learning, the biggest upgrade, if they double the stats on it, it would still be worse than this. Because the fact that you can research village fortresses in this landmark before you even build a keep is massive. This is what makes this landmark so good. It's massive. If you time your stuff correctly, the moment you build a keep, you can make villagers out of it. It's not comparable how good it is. The 25% to 20%, can someone run the numbers in the chat? The keep is 800, now it's 600 stone at 25%. What is it at 20? It's like, it's 40 more stone. I mean, whatever, right? Now listen, it's a bigger nerf than you might think because of one thing. A stone deposit has 1.2k stone. So now, before you mine out a stone and you build 2 keeps. Now you mine out a stone, and if you build it for 640, you will actually miss stone for a second keep. So that's big, not in a way where it's like unplayable, but it's big because you will actually need to go to the second stone and get that extra stone, extra 80 stone, so you can build on the second keep, which delays your second keep by about 20 to 40 seconds, depending how close the stone is, which is pretty big, right? 20 to 40 seconds is a lot of time. But overall, this landmark is infinitely better than House of Learning. So, English. Network of citadels. Cost increased from 75 stone, 200 gold to 150 stone and 350 gold. Now, we have not seen an upgrade increase in a long time. For anything. We have not even seen increase for a long time, I feel like. And, well, to be fair, Network of Citadels is one of the most insane upgrades in the game, so... Honestly, if it was like 500, if it was like 200 stone, 500 gold, it's still really good upgrade to get. So, I wouldn't mind if it was more expensive, to be fair. But I think it's a you know, good nerf. Not insane, but it's a good nerf. Yeah, the patch is like 100 megs on Steam. And then Windguard Footmen now take bonus damage from versus heavy types. So if you guys didn't know, I didn't get to do this in the tournament, or well, pretty much no one got to do it because we had very few Imperial games. But Windguard Footmen before this patch were heavy, but they didn't take bonus damage from crossbows. So yeah, they basically had no counter. And they were just killing everything. But I don't think people were like promoting it too much, because it's like nobody really mentioned it too much, but also it's like how many times you get to Imperial and get to mass them, you know? By the way, I'm gonna tell you guys a thing. Malians received a buff. Nah, I'm just joking, that'd be crazy. French. Civilization bonus. Town center production rate bonus increased from 10, 10, 15, 20% to 10, 15, 20, and 25%. French got some love. So for those that don't know, this is not actually, well, it is a buff, but it's actually a reverted buff. So this is how French used to be long time ago. This is how French used to be. And then when French was winning everything, it got reduced to this, what it is now. And now we basically went back to it. The numbers, what is it in the chat? So French villager build time is now going to be 8. So it used to be 18 in Dark Age, 18 in Feudal. And then it was 18, 18, 17, 16, I think. And now it's 18, 17, 16, 15. So feudal, basically, it's 1 second faster per production. Might not seem like a big deal, but it is. Because now French 2TC is back in action. Because now, let me remind you guys, Song Dynasty is 15 seconds. French Feudal is now going to be 17 seconds. Without building a Song Dynasty. So, and then in Castle Age, your villager production will be 16 seconds. Now, is this gonna be good enough to get back French into the game? I don't know, but this is a pretty big buff, in my opinion. Pretty big economic buff. Now, whether that's enough to make it super competitive at a high level, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna play some French today, and we're gonna find out. Royal Knights now correctly deal damage on their next attack after charging. This is a bug fix. For those that do not know, there was a trick, I don't know what you want to call it, where when you charge, the knight would keep its charge damage on the next auto attack, and it would kill a villager without you having blacksmith. So now that's fixed. Most people probably didn't know how to use that, so it's whatever. Now, I do want to say, our Trebuchet, which is the crossbowmen from French, are, a lot of people like genuinely don't know this, but they are actually one of the strongest and best units in the game. And I am not memeing about it. They are extremely strong. The problem is French never has economy to actually make enough units to fight. So maybe this is a change that is going to allow French to play in castle, prolonged castles like the old French. And maybe French will be playable. We'll see. Now, Malians. Now, you thought I was trolling earlier. Someone even said, Pepe laugh, he doesn't know. Oh, I do know. Malians got a buff. Sofa train time reduced from 30 to 26 seconds. Ilalu. Can we... Hey. Kilalu. Thank you. Kilalu. Another one. Kilalu. Thank you. Another one. Kilalu. Let's fucking go, baby. This puts Sofa in line with Knights in terms of cost and power level per second spent training. Malian age-up keybinds now function correctly. Okay, I don't know what that means, because I wasn't aware of any problem with that, but what I can tell you is behind the scenes, there's a lot of molding about scouts. A lot of molding about scouts. So, I would not be surprised if in the next patch, the scouts get a nerf. Now, there's no confirmation of this. Like, the devs haven't said anything, and even if they did, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But with the amount of complaining about warrior scouts, they have to be nerfed. Thank you. Next one. Mongols. Civilization bonus. Silk Road resource bonus trade requirements changed from 3579 to 510 1520. And my favorite, Kurultai landmark bonus damage nerf from 25 to 20%. Let's go, baby. No more Kurultai domination. No more Kurultai fucking dominating. That's what I wanted. I have no idea where this comes from. Kurultai still is not that good. It's still not that good. I don't know where it comes from, but whatever. Now, for those that don't know, some of you may be like, what is Silk Road resource bonus trade requirements? The more traders you have as Mongols, the more resources you gain. So, obviously, I don't know exact numbers, because I'm not like I don't play this game for a living like a fucking nerd. But basically, when you have 3 traders, you receive the first bonus. When you have 5 traders, you receive another bonus. When you have 7, you receive another. When you have 9, you receive another bonus. So now that got moved from 3579 to 510 1520. You probably noticed that when you start trading with Mongols, you only get gold, and then you start getting food and wood, and then you start getting more gold. those are these bonuses. Basically, the more traders you have, the more resources you get. It's obviously capped at these numbers. But this is, I mean, it's almost doubled. So again, it's a nerf, right? It's kind of like the 10%. It's a nerf, but that's not the issue. You know? It should be 10, 20, 30, 40. To be fair, it should be, yeah. It should be like 8, 16, 24, 32. That'd be fine too, right? But Ottomans. Now this is a well-deserved nerf. Blacksmiths and university production influence bonus reduced from 25, 33, 40% to 20, 30, and 40%. I mean, do I even need to explain why? Like, the Ottoman feudal is absolutely fucking batshit insane. So obviously they received a 5% nerf in feudal, 3% in castle, and no nerf in imperial, which I think is fine. 5 and 3% nerfs are not massive. For those that don't know what this is, the reason why Ottomans build their production buildings around blacksmiths is because they give you increased production speed. Now they're gonna be, you're gonna be creating units 5% slower with Ottoman. Not slower than the other civs, but slower than what they have now. And more importantly, your military schools will be producing 5% slower, which is the problem with Ottomans, because their feudal is absolutely insane because of it. Sea Gate Castle Landmark. Trader move speed bonus reduced from 40 to 30%. Trade armor bonus reduced from 10 to 8. Now this is useless completely. Let me tell you why. Again, it's a nerf. Cool, great. But this is irrelevant. Why is this irrelevant? Number one, Ottoman trading sucks. I saw someone in the chat, a few people in the chat said earlier, Ottoman's the best trade civ. Ottoman is probably the worst trade civ in the game. Maybe English is worst, or China, but other than that, Ottoman is probably like 7th worst civ in the game to trade with. Why is that? Because you can literally produce gold units for free from military schools. HRE? No, HRE can produce land shits and really strong knights if you go mine work. You have 5 military schools that can produce knights with Ottomans for free. You have the landmark that can produce siege for free. So you don't really need as much gold with Ottoman as you do with other civs. Now, why is this irrelevant? This is irrelevant for the same reason why I say imperial trading bonuses are completely irrelevant. The reason for that is, if I have 50 traders with French, do you really think it makes any difference if yours run 30% faster next to a keep? We're both gonna have too much gold. If we both have 50 traders, we're both gonna have way too much gold. So it doesn't really matter, right? So I understand they're nerfing it because they're nerfing other trade stuff, but it's like, whatever. They also have a vizier point that gives them 40% extra gold, right? And you never see it in one-on-one, for example, because you just don't get the value from trading as you do with the other civs. Because with Mongol, you can use your gold very efficiently. You can use a lot of the gold. You get food, you get wood with it. With Abbasid, you get food with your trade as well. With Malians, you use your gold for all your units that you want to produce, plus you have a landmark that uses gold. With Ottoman, it's just like, you'll have too much gold anyway. So it's whatever. It's a nerf, but it made more purpose in team games. I mean, sure, but again, if you have 50 traders, it doesn't matter if they run 30% faster next to a keep. That's my point. So, yeah. All right, next one. The name of Ottoman Knight has been renamed. It's been changed to Lancer. That's huge. That's huge. Join us April 20th through May 18th for our Villager Appreciation Celebration and complete challenges to unlock up to 20 new portraits. Holy fuck. Season 4 has been extended through June 14th, but you can rest assured we'll keep the fun rolling with Season 5. Some monstrous events are even ready for a return. Those are the changes. I think, honestly, the biggest change is probably the AI getting added. Other than that, Network of Citadels is a pretty big change. This one is probably the biggest change in the whole patch, and Sofa train time, and this one, and okay, this one is minor, but you know, it's still a change. Other than that, it's like you can see they're working towards trade changes or trade nerfs, and I think that's good. But I would like to see something else done to the trade. I just want to emphasize again, I don't want trade nerf to when it's unplayable. I want the trade to be a viable strategy that I can see a trade and I can be like, okay, I can go punish it, I can go attack it, I can go harass it, but I can also throw down a TC behind it and then do that. Or, oh, you're trading, I'm gonna throw down 2 TCs. Or, oh, you're trading, I'm gonna throw down I'm gonna rush castle and get relics. Like, I want to not be forced, grabbed by the balls and say like, you got 2 minutes to stop the trade or the game's over. That's what I don't like. That's what I do not like. Now, I've seen some people compare that with 2TC, like, what's the difference? You could just, when someone goes 2TC, you got all in them. But actually, you don't. You can go 2TC yourself. You can all in them. You can even go trade in that case, or you can rush castle and get the relics, and then you can make another TC. So the double TC has many counterplays and options against it. Trade does not. So I don't want trade to be nerfed into the ground. I just wanted to have different responses to it. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think. Let me know how the AIs are doing. Okay, hold on. I forgot. Bro, it wasn't in the patch notes. It's not my fault. Okay, guys. There's also new maps, okay? Ranked team games. I don't know about quick match because I don't even know what maps are in. I mean, okay, these are the maps in quick match. I don't know if they're same or old or new. So whatever. That's quick match. Now, ranked team has different map pools. So now it has Altai, Ancient Spires, Continental, which is one of the new maps, Dry Arabia Prairie, 4 lakes. Now, this is, you know, we want 4 lakes. Mom says we got 4 lakes at home. This is 4 lakes at home. So this is not the tournament 4 lakes. This is the 4 lakes at home. They have sacred sites on the islands. So, yeah. Hideout, Lipany, and the Pit. Those are team-ranked map pools. Now, the one-on-one map pool has also changed. And I do want to say, we are actively pushing and we're actively trying to get the tournament maps into ladder maps. Every single player, every single caster, every single whatever is trying our best to get tournament maps into the ladder map pool. We are trying, okay? We are actively trying. Now, we got asked recently what are possible like options for the current map pool to be changed. And as you guys know, the current map pool, or the map pool that just existed, had some KEGW maps. Some of those maps got replaced. So right now, the map pool for one-on-one is some of the maps that are same are Dry Arabia, Prairie, Lipany, and was Baltic given in the map pool? No, it wasn't. It was Boulder Bay. So only Lipany, Prairie, and Dry Arabia were in one-on-one map pool before this patch. Now, we got some maps that are old back, and we got some new maps. So we got Baltic back, which is probably, I would say, probably the best full water map. So, you know, if you guys don't like it, you can just veto it, right? We got High View, which we haven't had in the longest fucking time. Like, this is a throwback. High View used to be like a standard map for every single tournament. It was like Dry Arabia. It was in every single tournament. And it just kind of went away. And I don't know why. I don't think High View is this incredibly good map. But I don't think it's a bad map, actually. I would much prefer to play on High View than on Prairie or French Pass or Hideout even. Or Mountain Clearing. So I'm happy about High View. You know, maybe I'll regret it. I haven't played on High View in a while, but it's just a standard map. We got Hideout. Now, Hideout did receive some changes, so it's not the Hideout that it used to be. But this is a map that is very good for Rus, so I am fully expecting Rus to get win rate on the ladder very highly increased. The reason for that is Rus is very good on Baltic, Rus is very good on Hideout, and Rus is very good on Mountain Clearing. We got French Pass. Not a big fan of that map. The last time it was in the map pool, I had it vetoed the whole time. I have still yet to decide what I'm going to veto, because French Pass is just going to be trading. It's one of the best trading maps in the game. So, meh. We got the 4 lakes at home. Now, I am going to try this out. I don't want to be like a, you know, molding hater, but I have seen it. Like I said, the 4 sacred sites are in the corners, so you got to like make a transport ship and unload them on the fucking thing. In my opinion, it's just a worse version of the 4 lakes in the tournaments. But I'll give it a go. You know, I'll try it. And it has 4 sacred sites. So, yeah. Then we got Prairie, which I will actually probably be vetoing. I'm kind of just tired of Prairie. And I don't know. I'm just tired of it. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not having fun playing on it. I don't necessarily hate it. I'm just kind of over it, and that's it. So I'm gonna just veto it straight away. Probably gonna veto French Pass as well. And then we got Dry Arabia, good old Dry Arabia, and we got Mountain Clearing. Now, Mountain Clearing is obviously a meme map, but to be fair, I know this might be weird. There are some people out there that like Mountain Clearing. Now, you might think that's crazy, but they do exist. And for me personally, I would rather have Mountain Clearing in the map pool than Altai. Because I can't look at Altai anymore. I don't want to play Altai. I played it for a year and a half. You know? I don't want Altai. So, if I had to choose between Mountain Clearing and Altai, or Mountain Clearing and French Pass, or Mountain Clearing and, I don't know, like, even Prairie at this point, at least it's new, right? So, I'm probably gonna play, I mean, don't even mention Oasis, bro. That map had the shortest lifespan out of any map in the ranked gameplay. It was in for 1 season, nobody played it, and it's already out. So, I personally probably will sometimes have it unvetoed for fun, right? Just to meme and, like, you know, I'll probably have it vetoed. Not my cup of tea, personally. But, again, at least it's so stupidly unique that some people will like it, right? So, that's kind of my take on it. Now, I do hope that soon, hopefully, maybe season 5. I don't think they would, I don't know if they're going to do another map pool update until season 5. But I do hope, I hope that in season 5 we have the tournament maps in the ladder map pool. That would be the single biggest thing for Age of Empires 4. It would be massive. That is, when people are like, what changes do you want in the game? What should be changed? I don't care about balance. This would be the biggest thing they could add to the game. Proper maps I uploaded a video yesterday on my YouTube about semifinals of Golden League, and someone said something like, yo, these maps are so cool, why can't we play them on the ladder? And it's like, yeah, why can't we, you know? Because most people want to play on those maps. So that's my wish. That's the map pool. And we're going to end the video here. So YouTube gamers, check me out on Twitch. I'm probably live right now. I will be cutting the video here. Twitch gamers, we got more stuff to do. So let's fucking do it.